and reviews. Mini reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Joel, the Big D to you, and this is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews, back again with another mini reviews vid. Yes, as I mentioned in my last video, I was planning to do Monsters vs. Aliens, but I've decided to postpone it, and I will give you a new date to once I get one fixed up. Okay, details to follow. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm gonna be giving you some main reviews of a couple of Netflix films I just recently watched this past week. One that was alright, and one that I just now watched that was really, really good. So, if you're ready, let's get on with the show. First review coming right up. Okay, first up is a mini review on the sci-fi drama flick Spaceman, which premiered on Netflix a week ago. Directed by Johan Renck and written by Colby Days, based on the 2017 novel Spaceman of Bohemia by Jaroslav Kafar, starring Adam Sandler along with Carey Mulligan, Kunal Nayar, Isabella Rossellini, and the voice of Paul Dano. The film is set in a futuristic version of the 1990s and follows an astronaut sent on a mission to the edge of the solar system who encounters a creature that helps him put his earthly problems back together. Anyway, our main character is a Czech astronaut named Jakub Prochaska. He's 6 months into a space mission to investigate a mysterious cloud dust and particles called Chopra, lying beyond Jupiter. The Czech mission has arrived shortly before the South Korean astronauts to the post, being the first to launch to explore Chopra. Jacob, Jacob, Jacob struggles with loneliness and misses his wife Lenka, who has recently stopped talking with him after he left her and their unborn daughter behind to go on the mission. Well, she sends him a message telling him that she wants to leave him, but Commissioner Tuma, Jacob's commanding officer, prevents it from reaching him to prevent his mental state from worsening. And days later, still without any news, Jacob finds a spire-like creature with telepathic abilities inside a compartment of the ship, whom he names Hannes, and wishes to understand humans better and to help Jacob with his loneliness. Now, for what I've seen of this film, I didn't know what to think of it. I knew it was going to be a drama flick and what have you. And well, while I'm not really that big of Adam Sandler's drama flicks, well, now except for maybe Uncut Gems, that was a good film and what have you. This one was, all right and what have you. It just wasn't great though, unfortunately. The film's reviews are mixed in my view. It sits at 51% on Rotten Tomatoes, saying that the film's poignant themes are partly brought to light by sensitive performances from a talented cast, but it fails to consistently engage with its most interesting ideas. Absolutely, I agree with that. It does have a pretty decent cast, though. A reviewer for Roger Ebert praised Sandler's performance, writing that it's no longer a surprise when Sandler pulls a well-defined and more dramatic, memorable dramatic performance. But anyway, IGN wrote its visual artistry, which goes to great lengths to establish mood and an easy emotional equilibrium, is swiftly laid low by its dependence on the literal, nullifying whatever abstractions its sci-fi premise might come to briefly represent. Yes, that's understandable and what have you. What have you. Well, even someone from the New York Times negatively compared it to the more recent films that have been bombing at the box office, which were Man Web and Argyle. Well, kind of awful movie, very bad movie indeed. Well, now I wouldn't consider this to be a bad movie. It's an okay movie, but it just isn't great in what have you. Now, I did like Adam Sandler's performance as Jacob. He wasn't too bad. Carrie Mulligan played Lenka. She was fine. Kunal Nayar, you may remember him. Raj from The Big Bang Theory plays the technician Pierre. Isabel Rossellini played Commander Tuma, and Paul Dano, who you may remember as the Riddler from the Batman, and you've seen him in other films more recently in Dumb Money. He did the voice of Hannes, and I'm gonna say he wasn't too bad. Lena Olin appears in this as Lincoln's mother. So anyway, the cast is pretty good. Max Richter does a pretty good score, but overall, this film's kind of a mixed bag. I didn't hate it. I just thought it wasn't that great though. Spaceman, well, I'd say if you're curious about it, give it a one-time watch. I give Spaceman 2.5 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give this film a 5. Next film, please. The next film I'm going to be giving you a review of is the just now released dark fantasy flick on Netflix, Damsel. Directed by Juan Carlos Fresnadillo, written by Dan Mazzone, starring Millie Bobby Brown, another person who's no stranger to working with Netflix. Of course, she's recently been on Stranger Things, as well as played the titular character in the Enola Holmes films. Also along this film is Ray Winstone, Nick Robinson, Angela Bassett, Robin Wright, and the voice of Shore Agdaslu. Now, the film focuses on Elodie, the daughter of a lord who is helping provide warmth and food to the people in the harsh and cold village of Aria. Lord Bayford receives a proposal of marriage from Queen Isabel of Aria for Elodie. While she's hesitant, her father insists that the alliance will help their people, and so she agrees. But upon their arrival, their family is impressed by the grandeur of the palace. And after their wedding, they take a Elodie and Henry take a chariot to the mountains. Yes, apparently, Elodie meets Prince Henry. So that's when they marry. I got ahead of myself. Apologies. Where a group of people wearing gold masks await them in the mountains. The queen tells the story of the dragon and how the king was given his freedom in exchange for 3 of his daughters. And so began a ritual of sacrificing women for peace. But however, Henry and once inside the cave, Henry then carries Elodie and throws her into the chasm under the bridge. She cries for help and awakens the dragon. Now she has to find a way to get out of there and away from that dragon. So anyway, that's all the story I'm going to give to you. So watch this film and what have you. Now the score for this film was done by David Fleming for the score and produced by Hans Zimmer. I'm going to say that was pretty good and what have you. Now, the cast wasn't too bad. Millie Bobby Brown plays Elodie. She was pretty good. Ray Winstone plays her father, Lord Bayford. And Angela Bassett plays Elodie's stepmother, Lady Bayford. Nick Robinson plays Prince Henry, and Robin Wright plays Queen Isabel. And Shore Agdaslu voices the dragon. It doesn't have a name. And Brooke Carter plays Floria, Elodie's younger sister. So the cast isn't too bad. The film currently sits, at 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, as I've seen now, but it could be changing eventually. It has an appealing action hero in Millie Bobby Brown, whose gutsy performance is often enough to balance the scales against the film's underpowered story and occasionally unconvincing effects. Well, yeah, the effects do have a slight issue, but not too bad and what have you. The story, I'm going to say, is not completely bad, completely, and what have you. Anyway, the San Francisco Chronicle criticized Brown's character but praised her commitment to the role, right? The movie could have used a little less of Brown cowering behind boulders as the flames get closer, and a little more of her getting even with the people who put her in this predicament. Well, that's true. That could have been done like that, but I gotta tell you, it was pretty shocking and what have you in some parts and what have you. But anyway, Damsel was pretty good and what have you. And just it was almost as good as the Princess with oh dang it. I just completely forgot. I know that film is not streaming anymore on Hulu and what have you. Oh wait, Joy King. Yeah, that's who it is. Oops, apologies. But Damsel does its extreme best and what have you. The cast is pretty good, and so are their characters. The story could have just used just a wee bit of spin polish with, well, Brown's character going up against those people and not just trying to keep escaping from the dragon and what have you. But overall, I thought it was still fine and what have you. I thought it was pretty good. So anyway, Damsel, I'd say give it a one-time watch as well. For my score for Damsel, I give it 4.5 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 9. So that's going to do it for this mini reviews vid. Have you seen Spaceman yet? Or have you seen Damsel? I know it just came out today on Netflix. But let me know what you think of these films in the comment section below. If you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Next time, I'll be bringing to you my Saturday morning TV log of the Banana Splits. So if you enjoy this, check out these other vids. In the upper left hand corner is my most recent mini reviews vid where I reviewed Priscilla, The Holdovers, and Poor Things. Or if you would like, check out my review of Enola Holmes, or go to the bottom left hand corner and see the TV log on Stranger Things, both with Millie Bobby Brown. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.